Yo, Science Squad, back at it with another episode, alright? So what just happened? I just walked up one flight of stairs, but guess what? I'm so tired already. You know, this never happened. I'm never so exhausted from that, but it made me wonder, what's the science behind physical exertion?
2 days to answer the question, how do the mechanics of sprinting affect the regeneration of muscle tissue?
What are you doing?
Oh, I found this article on JSTOR about how two-legged organisms run. It's pretty interesting because it explains the mechanics of like how humans go through the motion versus other animals.
Stop focusing. What about you, Azim?
Yeah, same. I found this article that explains how the quadricep is responsible for the movement of the leg, how it straightens the knee and everything.
Oh wait, that actually makes sense. So in two-legged organisms like us, that's why our legs are way stronger than our arms.
Oh, hi. Yeah, we're just writing our script together in chemistry.
All right, go team.
Now that we researched all this information, let's test these theories out ourselves. Let's go!
Ourselves!
So, Hanson's filming right now, and
Forces acting on it in a simplified way are force of gravity, the force of the normal force when I'm not airborne, force of air resistance, and the applied force. Now, at any given time, these forces are not equal in magnitude, and that would explain the difference in the direction and magnitude of the total acceleration. If you were to look at the motion, you would see that it would follow this parabolic pattern, because it would go up and down, and space in between increases because from a viewpoint, I'm accelerating in this direction.
Also creates a lever. This would be the bar. The applied force would be the Achilles tendon acting on the edge of it. The fulcrum point would be the ground because it is stationary, and the load would be my body. This would be a second class lever because the load is in between the fulcrum and the applied force. So it would reduce the force necessary to accomplish the same action.
well, where to go?
Guys, I just thought of something. I think our question is inherently physics-based because if we're analyzing the mechanics of sprinting, I don't see how the other strands of science really tie in.
So we could talk about like ATP and stuff too, and
Wait,
also
but what do you
But the
mean?
thing about recovery time is that it's like, it's so general. Like we have to narrow it down.
Yeah, that's true. It varies from person to person.
Yeah, and it
But
could be
actually-
like, it could mean heart rate, it could mean muscle regeneration.
that would be more experimental.
Yeah, it could mean like do the hormones.
Yeah, that's less research-based.
We
But
could do regeneration because that also ties into biology.
just in general, like the process of
So
how
the
it...
regeneration of
Oh
muscles.
yeah, that's good. So like how it happens rather than how long it takes?
Yeah,
Wait, okay, yeah, that makes sense because the physics is how it would, the mechanics of sprinting. Bio would be tissue recovery, and then chemistry is the chemicals involved. Alright, yeah, actually that's a good idea.
Now, what exactly is making Hansen move? Well, skeletal muscles. Skeletal muscles are voluntary muscles when the brain sends a signal through a nerve cell down to these muscles and it contracts and it contracts. This is what is providing force for the lever Hansen just mentioned.
Thank you, Sonia. As Hansen is running, there are 4 primary muscles at play: the quadriceps, calves, hamstrings, and glutes. As his leg moves forward, the quads are bending his hip and straightening his knee. This is what allows him to thrust forward. The quads also stabilize the knee and help absorb the shock of impact as he lands. At the same time, the muscles of his lower leg, the calf, extends and flexes each foot as he lands and pushes off.
Hey, do you want to bend your... Okay, hey guys, so we just finished the bio portion and the research on that, but how do you think, Laura and Sarah, how do you think you're going to relate chemistry to that?
When the muscles are moving in bio, a lot of chemicals and hormones are secreted. And
Alright, that's
we
true.
can talk about the ATP that helps them.
Yeah, that makes sense because bio and chem are usually really related.
Oh, and those are like the nerves that are like stimulating. Like the
Yeah, and then we can talk
contractions,
about the
right?
hormones and we can research about.
Now let's take an even closer look. The muscles mentioned before are all examples of skeletal muscles. In our research, we found that in order to exert the applied force, the muscles release energy and chemicals that help them regenerate. Skeletal muscles go through a unique chemical process when being repaired. Basically, the body releases adenosine triphosphate acid with the help of cellular respiration.
Testosterone, insulin-like growth factor, and fibroblast growth factor are all substances that take action to allow for repair. Testosterone increases protein synthesis and activates satellite cells.